Okay. So Shika wants to know about the food habits. Okay. Shika, so I can talk because every body is different. I can talk in general about what your diet should be. Even Nabanita Das, if you are in this, even she has asked about the diet during pregnancy. So what you are during pregnancy, you will pass on to your child. It's a written statement. And this is the time when the diet plays a major role, because what you eat forms the body of the child. And in no other time is nutrition as important as during pregnancy, before pregnancy, and after delivery. So nutrition plays a very important part during these trimesters. Now, what do you mean by like what diet it should be? It's nothing but, you have to fine tune your eating habits. If you are in the habit of eating too spicy food, then you have to just fine tune it. And because you understand that too much of spice is not going to help you in pregnancy, because you might have heartburn and that's not going to help you. So you just have to fine tune and see to it that you don't eat more spicy food. If you are in the habit of eating too sweet, you have that craving of cakes and sugary items and pastries. Diet is nothing but just a fine tuning of what you're already doing. So you have to understand that your diet during your pregnancy period should cover all the food groups like fruits and vegetables, grains and breads and cereals and dairy products. It should have everything. Your diet should be a rainbow diet. You should have all the colors of rainbow in your diet. Have lots of fruits and vegetables. Okay, you can have fruits. Avoid papaya and pineapple. Other than that, you can have all the fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, very important. You can have it in the form of smoothies, in the form of juices, and but ensure that the produce that you use, the vegetables that you use, they're all organic. Okay, please don't use chemical loaded fruits and vegetables, because in that way you are consuming chemicals, and that is going to pass on, that's not going to help yourself and your baby. So ensure that you use organic fruits and vegetables, and that is going to help you. And you okay there so Chandra Rubini is asking in a question. I'll try and answer your question. So let me do this first. So you will ensure that your diet has the rainbow color in it. And one thing that you have to bear in mind is you need a lot of calcium, iron, folic acid, and protein during your pregnancy. So calcium is for the tooth and the bone development. So have calcium rich foods, okay? Milk, yogurt, cheese, paneer, all these, the leafy greens, have lots of dried fruits and seeds. All these contain calcium. So your baby requires a lot of calcium for the bone and the teeth development. So if your diet does not have enough calcium, then your baby will leach it from your bones. And that's when you fall into this osteoporosis. Okay, in future you will have this problem of osteoporosis. So please ensure that you have enough calcium coming from the food. The next is iron. You have to really double the amount of iron during your pregnancy, because this is the period you'll have to supply the iron to your child also. So you have to ensure that you have iron rich foods. Otherwise, you will feel anemic. Okay, this is one major problem during pregnancy is anemia. And if you feel anemic, that is going to affect your baby. You might have a preterm labor, or the birth weight of your baby will be too low. So please ensure that you get enough iron during your pregnancy. And how you can increase the iron content is you can have a lot of lentils, kidney beans, soya beans, and raisins have a lot of iron in it. You can ensure that you have one anar every day, pomegranate every day. Include carrot beetroot juice and add some apples, so make an ABC juice, have that every day. You can also soak jaggery in water in the night, and in the morning you can strain that water and drink it. That is a very good source of iron. When you're having iron rich foods, ensure that you take vitamin C, because vitamin C will help your body to absorb the iron better. So like lemon and oranges, all the vitamin, the citrus fruits will ensure that the body can absorb the iron better. So please ensure that you have enough iron in your coming from your diet. Another thing is folic acid, which is an essential supplement before and during pregnancy, because if you do not have if you that's the best thing you can do is to eat the fruit as it is. Okay, so when you eat the fruit, when you eat anar as it is, what happens is when you're chewing it, it gets digested, it gets mixed with your digestive enzymes, with your saliva, and that because when you drink the juice, we generally tend to gulp it down, so that is not actually going to help you. So the best way to have fruit is to have it as it is. Okay, so yeah, so and ensure that you get enough folic acid. So get in touch with your doctor, and whatever the supplement she is giving for folic acid, please ensure that you have folic acid on a regular basis, because at least during the first weeks of pregnancy, because this will lead, if there is less folic acid, then that will lead to neural tube defects, some problems in the brain and spinal cord of the baby. So ensure that you take the folic acid supplements. Also from food, you can get it from bananas, muskmelon, green leafy vegetables, chickpeas, kidney beans. All these are form of folic acid. I'm sure from diet you may not get the required amount of folic acid. So please get in touch with your doctor, and a supplement might be necessary, but ensure that folic acid is a part of your diet. Beyond that is the proteins. Proteins is, and again, an essential thing during pregnancy, because this ensures that the muscle and the tissue growth is taken care of. So many ways of taking protein is, again, the leafy greens, the lentils, the kidney beans. You have these, the kabuli chana, all this. The sattu is also a very good form of protein. The milk. Ensure that you have all this in your diet, and you get enough proteins in your diet, so that the tissue and the muscle growth happens in a beautiful way. And one thing about pregnancy is generally you feel the constipation. That is one good thing, or good or bad, whatever, but constipation is a part of pregnancy. So ensure that you take fiber, a lot of fiber in your diet, that will help you to reduce the constipation. So have a lot of fruits and leafy greens, and that will help. Nuts and seeds also a good source of fiber. So ensure that you have a good amount of fiber in your diet. And apart from that, see to it that you have a healthy breakfast, because the days you don't have a proper breakfast, then what you do is you will munch on those the biscuits and the pastries, and the snacks that you will want, because you will get hungry, and you will want to try your hand on the biscuits or whatever. So if in case you have a healthy breakfast, then you will skip those snacks. Okay, and instead of having three big fat meals, divide your meals into 6 smaller meals. So ensure every 2 hours you have something or the other, so that you don't feel that feeling of nausea, you don't get that feeling also. And that will ensure that you don't eat anything that is junk or not good for you in between your meals. So break your meals into 6 the 3 meals into 6 meals. And when you're eating, um, always remember to express gratitude. So sit on the table, calm and peaceful, and express your gratitude before you start eating. And when you're eating, remember you have to chew your food well, because that is the first digestion process that takes place. Your mouth has those teeth-like structure, but your stomach doesn't have that teeth-like structure. So maximum digestion happens in your mouth. So please ensure that you chew your food nicely. It is believed that you have to chew one bite of food 32 times. Yes. So if you are taking a bite of, say, roti with sabji, you have to chew it 32 times. Actually, mentally count it 32 times. The food should become like water. It should become like liquid, and then you have to put it inside. That's how you have to chew your food.